The lights are on. Phoenix won the toss. They'll receive. Roger Ruzick will kick it off, and back deep we have Sikahema and Larry Centers. We hope you enjoy the game from Tempe, where they expected about 35,000 fans for this game. The Eagles kick it off. They lost to the Cardinals in September, 23-21. This will be returned by Sikahema from the 2. Oh, what good coverage downfield. And not a very good starting position for the Cardinals after that tackle by Rod Harris. Here's the quarterback. He's taken every snap for Phoenix this year, Tim Rosenbaugh. Protecting him is a very big offensive line. Louis Sharp, Derek Kennard, Bill Lewis, Lance Smith, Tootie Robbins. The tight end is Walter Reeves. And the blocking back is Tim Jordan with Johnny Johnson, the running back. Roy Green and J.T. Smith are the wide receivers. In fact, they start with a 3 wide receiver alignment, along with Ricky Prohl, who comes in motion. Here is a give to Johnson, looking to get to the 1,000 yards, and he got quite a few on that run across the 20. He picked up 6. Jesse Small made the tackle. A 4-man front for the Eagles: Reggie White, Mike Pitts, Jerome Brown, who's not feeling too well. He has a cold and a little flu, and Clyde Simmons. The linebackers are Joyner, Evans, and Jesse Small, who just made that tackle. And on the corners, they're terrific with Ben Smith and Eric Allen. Wes Hopkins and Andre Waters are the safety men. It is 2nd down and 4 Phoenix. Tight end goes in motion, sets up as a flanker left. Prohl in motion again. And a delay to Johnson. Pretty good blocking and good yards. He's out. He lost the ball. Who came away with it? The Eagles do have the ball on the fumble by Johnny Johnson. He was very close to having 1st down yardage, but Eric Allen came away with the ball coughed up by Johnson.
Well, this is the counter play by the Cardinals, and it appeared that Johnson had good running room here. The hit right on the ball by number 20, Andre Waters. The ball pops loose, and there's Eric Allen ahead of J.T. Smith for the recovery, and the Eagles will take over at the 20-yard line.
So less than a minute has been played, and the Eagles take over the ball with Cunningham and Anthony Toney. Keith Jackson, the tight end, on the right side. Toney drives down to about the 16-yard line. And you know that Randall Cunningham is the quarterback, and here's his offensive line. Ron Heller, Louis Cheek, David Alexander, Bruce Colley at the right guard spot today, Singletary, and the tight end Keith Jackson. Anthony Toney, the running back, along with Keith Myers, who splits out frequently. Fred Barnett and Calvin Williams, the 2 rookies, are in as wide receivers. Dexter Manley is in as a defensive lineman for Phoenix. Cunningham rolling, looking. Throws into the end zone, touchdown. That didn't take long, did it? It was to Fred Barnett, the rookie's 7th touchdown of the year. A 16-yard throw, a fumble, and a touchdown, in the Eagles lead.
Wow, this is just what the Eagles wanted, to take advantage of that turnover. But watch the amount of time that Cunningham has to survey the entire field. Looks left at first, then he finds Barnett in the back of the end zone, and then it's the perfect strike high in the end zone. Easy touchdown for Randall Cunningham, his 28th of the year.
28 touchdown passes and a 6-0 lead, with Ruzick trying the extra point. He's missed on 2 this year, 43 out of 45. Holding the ball, the punter, Jeff Fiegels. And the visiting Eagles have the lead. A fumble and a touchdown. They're out in front by the score of 7-0. That was the 7th touchdown of the year for the rookie Fred Barnett. The Cardinals may quit. We shall see about that. Its scoring drive didn't take too long, did it?
That's the type you like. Just the 2 plays. A 16-yard touchdown pass by Cunningham to the rookie Fred Barnett. But we'll see if Cunningham was, in fact, right when he implied that the Cardinals will be thinking more about the offseason, trying to avoid injury here in this last game.
How about Cunningham? He threw that football like a snowball into the end zone. Man, he can zing it.
He really has a whip, and he has refined his motion. In fact, Ted Plum who is now with the Phoenix Cardinals, worked a lot with him, as did the late Doug Scoville in Philadelphia, working on that motion, and it certainly is working.
Here is Ruzick kicking it to by Sikahema again. He took it on the 10. He's quickly to the 20, 25, 30-yard line. So Phoenix is in a little better spot this time as they start from their 30.
Now, we talked about Randall Cunningham and all the yards he's gained this year on the ground. Well, Tim Rosenbaugh has done quite well himself. He's almost to 500 yards. He's the second leading rusher for quarterbacks in the NFL.
You like him, Dan? You like his potential? Do you like his championship qualities?
I do. I like his competitiveness, Jack, and I think that that's an intangible that is overlooked a lot when you're looking at quarterbacks.
Well, the tailback is Johnny Johnson, who fumbled on the first Cardinal possession. Rosenbaugh to throw on first down. Has time, throws in the flat. Great catch. And a gain of about 9 yards with Ricky Prohl. Take a good look at this receiver. Ricky Prohl. He is a rookie out of Wake Forest, the number 3 draft pick. He's caught 50 passes now for the year, and he's going to be a star of the future in the league if they have a quarterback who can get the ball to him.
Well, and he works well with Rosenbaugh. You know, to catch coming in with 49 receptions, that one there makes him 50, and that ties him for the team lead with Roy Green. So he has had a productive first year.
Second down and less than a yard. Art Starr would like this arrangement. He will throw on this down. Roll goes in motion. Johnson carries and gets a first down and more. He got about 6 yards. He's out to the 46-yard line. He is a strong runner, and you folks will enjoy watching him today. He is a rookie out of San Jose State and a Pro Bowler.
And the big help he gets up front. The nice block there by number 70, Derek Kennard. You know, this offensive line of the Cardinals, they don't have a nickname like Joe Bugle's Hogs in Washington had, but they have a certain resemblance. Their size is immense.
They are big. For example, Tootie Robbins, the right tackle, weighs 335. Here's a first down call. Reeves in motion. Toss to Johnson. And good coverage by the Eagle linebacker along with Clyde Simmons. And that Simmons is a name that keeps coming up whenever Dan Fouts and I talk with people about these Eagles.
Well, when you have Pro Bowlers like Jerome Brown and Reggie White, a guy like Clyde Simmons doesn't get the publicity. But you see the numbers there. 92 tackles is an awful lot of tackles for a defensive lineman. And, of course, those 7 sacks, that places him number 2 on the ball club behind Reggie White.
Underrated is what they say about Clyde Simmons, who plays that defensive right end and wears number 96. Now he's playing the left end spot. Rosenbaugh to pass. 2nd and 9, and almost picked off. Almost picked off by Izell Jenkins as the receiver fell down, and it's 3rd and 9.
Well, Rosenbaugh had to hurry this pass because of this pass pressure. Seth Joyner from the right side, but it's right up the middle, number 92, Reggie White at the bottom of that pile that caused that ball to be almost intercepted.
More and more of these Eagles move Reggie White around. Now here's a matchup that the Cardinals don't like, with White right on top of the center, Bill Lewis.
Well, they feel that Lewis is so tall that White has that leverage when he gets underneath his pads.
3rd and 9. And a sack and a punt coming up. Clyde Simmons, about whom we were talking, was first there, and he has 8 sacks for the year.
Oh, that's typical Eagle football. They're going to rush 8 men most of the day and leave their cornerbacks man-to-man on the outside. Watch Rosenbaugh to look to the left side here, and his man is covered. J.T. Smith was covered by Eric Allen, and then the pressure gets to him. Can't hold the ball that long against this Eagle pass rush.
A booming punt by Camarillo, and Rod Harris breaks 1 tackle, goes to the 20, cuts back to the 25, 30-yard line. Good return to the 35 by Rod Harris. That punt was a little too deep to cover, and Rod Harris made a 22-yard return before Michael Zordich tackled him, and the Eagles have the ball for the second time. Played 4.5 minutes. The Eagles on top 7-0. And this, to them, is what they call a playoff game, right, Dan?
Well, I talked to Richie Kotite, the offensive coordinator, before the game, and he said that This is a playoff game. They want to play at home next week against the Redskins. Appears we have a penalty against the Eagles, so that'll wipe out that nice return by Rod Harris.
Had to be an illegal block on the return. Pat Haggerty is the referee.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 81.
We got Mike Bellamy for the unsportsmanlike conduct, and the Eagles are threatening to go over the 1,000-yard mark this year in penalties.
Well, they're back to their 8-yard line, and we'll take a breather right here as the Eagles lead 7-0. On a 7-0 Eagle lead over the Phoenix Cardinals. Randall Cunningham, the quarterback of these visiting Eagles, 63 consecutive starts at quarterback. That's hard to do.
And he's been sacked a lot of times. He's been sacked 297 times in his career, and yet he is out there every down. Amazing athlete.
He has Anthony Toney in the backfield with him, 2 tight ends, including Mickey Schuler. And Toney is stuffed and then dives out to the 10 and had a forward lean that got him out past the 10 for a couple of yards. And Ken Harvey made the tackle. Let's look at the Cardinal defense. They play a 3-man front. And it is Freddie Joe Nunn, Jim Waller, and Rod Sadler. Their linebackers are good. Anthony Bell, Eric Hill, Garth Jackson. Their best linebacker, Ken Harvey. They're weak on the corners, Cedric Mack and Jay Taylor, and good at safety with Lonnie Young and Tim McDonald. Toney to the 13-yard line, and a very conservative approach by the Eagles, and Garth Jacks, the tackler. We have 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 4.
You know, you think that the Eagles are backed up and that the Cardinals have the edge here, but when you have a player like Cunningham, I keep thinking back to that 95-yard touchdown pass he threw against Buffalo when it appeared that the Bills were going to sack him in the end zone. Anything can happen with number 12 out there.
He's in the shotgun. Keith Byers is on a wing. Toney in the backfield with him on 3rd down. Byers in motion. And he ran by design on the quarterback draw and got 1st down yardage. He's out to about the 19 before Lonnie Young tackled him. He is so decisive, Dan.
Well, this was a draw play all the way. Watch how he spends very little time in the pocket, Jack. He'll cut off to the left side there following the block of his right guard, Louis Cheek. And gets up enough just for the 1st down.
He knew where he had to go, and where he went to was the 19-yard line. Barnett is to the left and Calvin Williams to the right. Another carry for Toney, turns the corner, gets a block by the wide receiver and got about 9 yards. Very good block was made by Fred Barnett, and Lonnie Young made the tackle.
And Toney is no slouch. He had a 100-yard game earlier this year against the Rams and has started most of the year. He will alternate with Heath Sherman. We'll see Thomas Sanders as well. Buddy Ryan likes all his backs. He feels they're all capable. The one thing he doesn't like, though, is the fumble, and that has bothered Sherman the last couple of weeks.
There was a time when Heath Sherman was the hottest running back in the National Football Conference. 2nd and 1 here. Byers carries for a 1st down. It was an unusual play from the 31-yard line. He came on a wing and got a pretty good rush into the line for a 1st down.
Well, we've seen Byers be so effective as a wide receiver this year that people forget the great career he had at Ohio State as a running back. And I really think that this man ought to be going to the Pro Bowl, and he should be named by the Pro Bowl coach as that player of need because he can do it all.
Cunningham, Jackson, White, and Jerome Brown are the Philadelphia Pro Bowlers this year. 1st down at the 32 and a pass play. Wide open up the middle for a moment. And he gets rid of it, and it's incomplete. Cunningham, we talked about his decisiveness earlier. He started up the middle, but somebody filled that hole quickly.
You know, I think that he's starting to think pass more than he did earlier in his career. When he got in that situation last year, the year before, he would just take off running. But he really was trying, at least on that play, to get the ball to one of his receivers.
Is he making more money than you used to make?
He's in your category, Jack.
What does he make?
$3 million. Just, check your pocketbook.
So it is second down and 10 at the 32. Keith Jackson in motion. And the pass is incomplete. He's hard to catch and he's hard to sack, although they have nailed him back there 49 times. He tried to get it to Keith Jackson. Covering was Tim McDonald.
There's going to be a lot of pressure on our referee today, Pat Haggerty, because of the athletic ability of Randall Cunningham and of Tim Rosenbach. Haggerty has to make that very controversial decision. When is the quarterback in control of the defensive lineman? And that time, Freddie Joe Nunn came very close to picking up a big sack.
And Haggerty, you see, gives Cunningham plenty of room.
Yes, he does. He doesn't want to get into any of that action.
Here's a 3rd and 10 call. Looking for Byers out in the flat, and it is caught, and he is short of a first down at the 40. And the Eagles will have to punt. Byers, for a big man at 240 pounds, has terrific hands and tough to tackle.
Well, he's the most versatile player on this football team. Can play running back, tight end, wide receiver, slot back. And if he doesn't go to the Pro Bowl as that position of need, there ought to be an investigation.
Here's the punt from Jeff Fiegels coming up. Sikahema is back at his 20-yard line. Sikahema has averaged more than 8 yards per return. Sounded like a rock when he kicked it. Sikahema from the 24. And out to the 37. So the Cardinals have a pretty good starting spot. A 39-yard punt, 13-yard return, tackled by Terry Hogue. Cardinals have the ball, trailing 7-0.
The sidelines, and he is what the coaches want to call the spy. Here he is, number 56. And his job is to keep his eyes on number 12, Randall Cunningham. When Cunningham runs, he's supposed to react, come up, put pressure on him, and that's executed as well as the coaches want it.
From their own 37, the Cardinals trailing by 7. J.T. Smith is to the right along with Roy Green. Green in motion. Fake to Johnson. Look at there, caught for a first down at the 45 of the Eagles by the old warhorse, J.T. Smith. He hasn't played much this year, and with Ernie Jones out, he'll play all day.
And the coaches are confident he can do the job. The big thing is the protection here off the play action. Fine fake by Johnson as he falls into the hole, and now the perfect throw by the quarterback, and it's a big first down for the Cardinals.
Ben Smith on the corner made the tackle. First down Phoenix at the Philadelphia 45. Smith right, Green left. And a delay to Johnson, and there's that man, Clyde Simmons, with a tackle in the backfield. Nobody touched him, and he chased him down.
We'll take a look at number 96, Jack. Here he is as Luis Sharp pulls and Kennard pulls. Watch as Simmons just crashes down and takes this running back down for the loss here. He's right in Sharp's hip pocket. Lets Sharp go by, and he makes an easy tackle.
Simmons weighs 275 out of Western Carolina. 2nd and 12 for Phoenix with 4:50 remaining in the first quarter. Ricky Prohl is the third wide receiver. Did get rid of it, but the whistle had blown, and that's a sack back at the 41-yard line. The second sack of the quarterback, this one by Seth Joyner.
And it appears that Reggie White is holding his ankle there. Might have twisted it a little bit. Take a look at it from the pit here. Number 92 is working against Tootie Robbins, goes right by him, but the problem again is there's no place for Rosenbach to go early. His first receiver is covered. He tucks the ball away, tries to run out of there, and gets sacked for the second time.
You don't have much time to look those defenders off or make an arm fake or arm pump. You just
real short fuse on that bomb he's carrying out there.
So on 3rd and 24, He throws low, and that's caught, but not enough for a first down. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. Ricky Prohl. And that's a big gain on 3rd and 24. And the crowd here wants the Cardinals, who are out of the playoffs, to go for it on 4th down, and I should think they would on 4th and 2.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jack, because Bugle is sending in his receivers package with Flagler and John Jackson. That was an outstanding catch by Prohl over the middle. Again, it's the rookie operating in the middle of the field. Very unusual to see that happen.
It's 4th and 2. Into the lineup is Terrence Flagler. He's number 32, and they like to wheel him out of the backfield to catch the ball. 4th and 2. The Cardinals are 5 out of 12 on 4th down this year, but Rosenbaugh calls timeout so they don't misfire on this 4th down play. 3:16 left in the first quarter. 7-0 Eagles. This is the final game of the regular season for these two teams, but we're enjoying the intensity level of the action here in the first quarter. What do you do on 4th and 2, Dan Fouts?
Well, we saw how effective that the Cardinals are on 4th down. 5 out of 12 is a good percentage, but that's probably in the 4th and 2 inches, 4th and a yard. This is 2.5 yards to go. I would expect that Flagler might get involved, or Ricky Prohl there. Both of them run excellent option type of routes out of the backfield.
6 defensive backs for the Eagles. Roy Green goes to the right. Jackson is in as a wide receiver for the Cardinals. And it looked like the Eagles came offside, and that'll be a first down. Meanwhile, Johnson gets more than a first down. He's to the 15. Was Flagler running out of the tailback spot to the 15-yard line. A tackle made by Reggie White. Flags down, and it appeared that the Eagles were offside.
Well, Rosenbaugh did an outstanding job.
Number 59.
They get Seth Joyner, number 59. Watch as he comes across the line of scrimmage with a big mistake here. Gives the Cardinals the first down with the offsides, but also all the Eagles almost stopped on the play. Watch as Flagler gets an outstanding block, convoyed by big number 70 there. There's Kennard and Lance Smith and Bill Lewis all way downfield. Big first down for the Cardinals.
At the Eagle 15-yard line. J.T. Smith to the right, Roy Green to the left. Tight end is Jordan on the right side with Reeves the tight end. Rosenbaugh has running room. If he can get away from that one man, he got a couple of yards, but slowed down by Jerome Brown. Had he been able to get away from Brown, he would have picked up another first down.
Brown has excellent speed, and you mentioned earlier that he's not 100% today. Woke up with the flu this morning, and the real bonus for the Eagles is that Mike Pitts is almost 100%, coming back from a knee operation that he was injured in the first Cardinal game. So with Brown going out, you'll see Pitts and Brown and Golick alternating at the 2 defensive lineman positions.
Second down and 7. Johnson back in there at the tailback spot. Prohl in motion. Here comes Johnson, breaking a couple of tackles, but didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Wes Hopkins came up and made the strong hit, number 48. Earlier today, Kansas City kept the opportunity alive to win their division. They defeated the Chicago Bears by the score of 21-10. Phoenix inside the 20 has not been effective.
No, that is not a good ranking at all when you consider there's only 3 teams in the league that are worse than you.
3rd and 7. Flagler checks back in for Phoenix. Rosenbaugh rolls from pressure, throws to the end zone, incomplete. And very good coverage down there in the corner by Eric Allen as he tried to get the ball to J.T. Smith.
Well, Rosenbaugh's real lucky this one wasn't intercepted by Eric Allen. This ball, nice play by Roy Green, or actually J.T. Smith reaching in with his left hand to knock the ball away from Allen. Allen likes playing here, played here as a collegian for Arizona State.
Del Greco is in to try the field goal of 30 yards. Al Del Greco, he's 17 out of 27. He missed a 30-yarder last week against the Giants. Oh, a bad snap and the run. And Del Greco's taken down and the Eagles take over. And the ball could not be handled on the snap by Tom Tupa. Was it the snap or the holder?
Well, the snapper is Kawhi. It looks like a good snap. Went right through the hands of Tupa, and there's just no way that Del Greco's going to make anything out of that. Watch the ball. It's out a little bit wide, out on the black, the outside corner of the plate, Jack.
He threw him a slider.
It got away. That's a pass ball, though. He had his glove on it.
A slider and a pass ball, and the ball over to the Eagles at the Philadelphia 20-yard line. So a good drive by the Cardinals ends up with nothing. Byers and Tony in the backfield for Cunningham. And running with the ball is Sanders. Thomas Sanders, who was in the lineup. He got outside and came to the 27.
That's the dimension that Sanders gives the Eagle football team, Jack, is that speed to bounce it outside and get around that corner.
Good for 7 yards. And we have 1:07 remaining in the first quarter. The Cardinals are still blank. Jay Taylor made that tackle.
The Eagles lead the NFL in rushing, and it's because of people like Sanders and Anthony Toney and Heath Sherman. But don't forget, their leading rusher is their quarterback.
And of course, Byers can run also. 2nd and 3. Straight ahead is Tony, and he got about half of the 3 yards he was looking for. And the clock running, 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Number 67 on the bench there, Louis Sharp, a disappointed football player.
Yeah, and he's a hurting football player. Sprained his ankle last week against the Giants, but he is real disappointed that he didn't make it to the Pro Bowl. Felt that he had his best year, and very plainly said to a lot of people that the best offensive tackles in the NFC are not going to Hawaii.
3rd down and a long yard for the Eagles. Heath Sherman in the backfield along with Tony. Here comes Sherman. Spins out to the 30. Let's see what forward progress they gave him. That's very close to a first down. Only 3 seconds remaining in the quarter. They stopped the clock to measure for the first down. We saw Sherman and how low he gets to the ground. He's tough to tackle. Carl Hairston, who wears number 98 and used to play for the Eagles for so many years, made that tackle.
And they may have stopped him just shy of that first down marker.
It's a matter of inches here.
Big Daddy Carl Hairston. He's almost as old as I am, Jack.
He has been around. And it is a first down. Yeah, this is the 15th year for Carl. So the ball comes out to the Philadelphia 30. It's a first down. They wind the clock, and that's the end of the first quarter. A touchdown pass to Barnett, the only scoring in this first quarter, with a score of Philadelphia 7, Phoenix nothing. Our score, the Eagles 7-0 on a Cardinal turnover, and then a touchdown pass by Randall Cunningham, who gets under center now. He needs 81 more rushing yards to break Douglas' rush record. Here is a good fake by Cunningham, and the pass is zinged and caught, and that's out to the 40, very close to a first down to Anthony Toney. This is a versatile Philadelphia offense.
It is, and so far already, just in the first quarter, we've had 5 different Eagles carrying the ball on the ground. Haven't quite cranked up the passing attack yet, but this man is so dangerous. Outstanding year because he's been consistent and yet at times very, very spectacular.
That was almost 10 yards, and they're going to measure to see if the Eagles have their 5th first down of the day. Eric Hill, the inside linebacker, made the tackle. And it is another first down for the visiting Eagles. Cardinals had the ball for 8 minutes and 45 seconds in the first quarter, but they misfired on a field goal, turned the ball over to the Eagles, who scored on a touchdown pass to Fred Barnett. Over the middle and caught at the Cardinal 40-yard line by Fred Barnett. It was that one wide open, and another big pickup for the Eagles, down to the Phoenix 38.
Well, Barnett is going to be on the old down and in route, but the protection is outstanding for Cunningham. Watch as he can really set himself and whip it. Ball almost gets through Barnett, but he reaches back, makes a nice grab before those safeties come and lay it to him. But if the Eagles are going to have success throwing the ball today, and it appears they are, it's going to be outside of their wide receivers.
They like to pick on these Cardinal cornerbacks. Motion by Williams and a delay to running back Thomas Sanders, and that was covered. No gain. Tackler Tim McDonald. He was in the Pro Bowl a year ago, but not this year.
Yeah, and I talked to him earlier in the week, and he's a little bit tired of being beat up. He is the leading tackler again this year for the Cardinals. He had 155 last year and 115 the year before, so he's making way too many tackles. Remember, he plays safety.
Yeah, he wants some help. 2nd and 10. Fires off on a wing. There's the pass to him. He caught it. Tough to tackle. First down run. Tim McDonald on his back, and another big gain for the Eagles. How did he catch that one?
Well, he's caught 76 coming in today. This is Dan Alexander is down, and the Eagles cannot afford many injuries, if any, to that offensive line. Mike Shadd did not dress today. He's got a dislocated toe, and Ron Solt was replacing the starting lineup.
They're trying to rest Solt, and this is Alexander, the center, who is shaken up. And, of course, they've been playing all the while without Matt Darwin, a big part of that offensive line. Eagles lead 7-0. They're on the move. At Atlanta, they'll be in the playoffs as a wild card if they win, or if New Orleans loses Monday night at home to the Rams. The Eagles will host the Redskins with a win or a Redskin loss. Otherwise, Philadelphia and Washington play at Washington, and the 49ers and Giants have a first-round bye. Our score here is 7-0. And Ben Tamburillo is going to come in and play the center spot when David Alexander leaves the field.
Take a look at the injury to Alexander. He is our center here. Let's follow him out. Number 72 working against Carl Hairston. And he just gets overpowered there by Freddie Joe Nunn, and he appeared to twist his knee.
Meanwhile, look at that catch by Byers with McDonald all over him.
Wow, those hands are just huge, and he's so strong. Look at McDonald trying to jump on the back. Ride him cowboy. Can't get it done before Byers gets the first down.
He was bulldogging here in the Southwest. That's a first down to the Cardinal 27.
Bulldogging and not too well. Bull almost got away.
Almost. Byers is in the backfield now and in motion. Cunningham zings it, and that is a touchdown to Calvin Williams, the other rookie. One to Barnett, this one to Williams, his 9th of the year. What a pitch by Cunningham. 27 yards, 13-0.
Well, you're just not going to throw it any better than Randall Cunningham did that time, Jack. That was on a line, and Williams made an outstanding grab, but that ball is a difficult one to throw right down the middle of the field.
Calvin Williams hauled that one in. I'm telling you, those passes are not easy to catch. Ruzick tries for the extra point. High snap. They get the ball down, and the kick is no good. And a flag goes down, and let's see what this is.
Disregard the flag. The man was pushed into the kicker.
So there was no running into the kicker, and the extra point misfires. The score remains 13-0. We have 12:09 remaining in the half, and the Eagles, trying for that home field advantage against the Redskins, are rapidly getting into great shape.
In the slot, and he is going to run a seam route right up the numbers of the field. Cunningham has got to get this ball into him before number 43, Lonnie Young, can get over there, and he has to keep the ball to the outside. The receiver has to adjust. Both those things happen. Touchdown for Philadelphia.
Now the Eagles will be kicking off with Rizik. 13-0, the Eagles on top. Sikahema and centers are deep, with 12:09 left in the half. This will be returned by Sikahema from the 9. 20, 25, and a strong tackle at the 26-yard line by Dick Chapura. That was a good tackle. Mañana at 12:30 Eastern Time, the NFL Today, and they'll break out Werner Wolf. The ubiquitous Werner Wolf will have the outstanding plays of 1990 in the NFL. And then Leslie Visser will have a look at Babe Laufenberg, who gets the quarterback call, Dallas at Atlanta. That's the first half of the doubleheader tomorrow. Giants are playing at New England. And in the second half, Detroit at Seattle, Green Bay at Denver. And Greg Gumbel and Terry Bradshaw have the playoff news tomorrow. Rosenbaugh in trouble, but he can run. And he gets some yards and slides down at the 30. Get the word on.
Gain of 4. 2nd and 6 at the 30.
David Alexander has a sprained left knee, and we'll learn later whether he'll come back into the game.
And you wonder how much having a new snapper out there affected that extra point try by the Eagles.
Made a difference. High snap and a missed extra point. 2nd and 6 for Rosenbaugh, with Johnny Johnson in the backfield. Here comes Johnson. And he is very close to a first down. In fact, he got a first down in a strong run and a tackle by Andre Waters.
When I talked to a defensive coordinator, Jeff Fisher, of the Eagles earlier in the week, I asked him his main concern, and he just said 895. I said, well, there's no number 895. He said, no, that's the amount of yards this man has gained coming into today's game. So he's very aware that Johnson and the Cardinals will be trying for that 1,000-yard mark. That was Seth Joyner that limped off the field there now, and that's another concern for the Eagles. They want to get ahead in this game and then get healthy, get their starters out of the lineup.
Joyner bunny hopped off the field, and Al Harris replaces him. Strong side linebacker. First down for the Cardinals. And off the hands of the intended receiver, Roy Green. Green's still tough to keep up with. He's the fastest man on the Cardinal team.
Well, he's not going to be living long if his quarterback hangs him up over the middle like that one, though, Jack. This play, Rosenbaugh just throws it way too late. He's eyeballing his receiver all the way. That brings the safeties in a hurry. And then he waits a little bit too long, and watch the hit right there. Been a tough catch if he would have made the grab.
And Green again splits off to the left. 2nd and 10. Good protection, to the pass overthrown to Prohl, and it's 3rd and 10. Coverage by Ben Smith on it for the second consecutive play. They leave those Philadelphia cornerbacks out there to hang, but they do a good job.
Well, the big key is that there's a lot of pressure on the quarterback. Both Allen and Smith are outstanding athletes. Smith started the year as a safety. In fact, picked up his first career interception against the Cardinals back in September, but he's made the transition outside, and he may be a Pro Bowler in the future.
The Cardinals are 0 for 3 on 3rd down today, and it's 3rd and 10 from their 36. The blitz is on. Rosenbaugh gets it out there. It's caught for a first down by Roy Green to the 42 of Philadelphia. Good for 22 yards.
Well, you watch Roy Green. Again, it's the down and in route. He has the speed to push the corner. In this case, Eric Allen off deep. Look at Allen turn and run. And now the crossover. That's a beaten defensive back Good throw by Rosenbaugh and a first down for the Phoenix Cardinals.
Talking to Roy Green about playing on this grass field, he said, I'd be pumping gas if I had still been playing on the AstroTurf. He said, I'd have been finished. First down at the 42. Right up the middle, Johnson. Wes Hopkins finished off the tackle. First in there with Mike Golick and then Wes Hopkins. And a gain of 3 for Johnson.
And in talking to Bugle yesterday about Johnson's chances of going over 1,000 yards, he didn't really like his chances that well because of the fact that the Eagles are so tough against the run. But if Johnson is going to gain that 1,000-yard mark, it's going to be because he's going to break a couple of long ones.
He's carried 8 times for 20 yards today. 2nd and 6. Short drop and good defensive work by the Eagles, and Jesse Small, the linebacker, who came around the corner and dropped him, making it 3rd and long.
We talked about Rosenbaugh being a runner. This is a quarterback draw as well. 3 steps back, and now he's looking for a hole behind that left side there. Didn't get anything. Eagles are tough against all types of runs.
Rosenbaugh is a big man at 6'2", 215, good speed and outstanding elusiveness. Cardinals are confronted with 3rd and 6. In the flat to Flagler. And he is to the 35. It's going to be 4th and 3, and they might go for it again on 4th down. Ben Smith made the tackle. Seth Joyner has a sprained right ankle, and we'll get more news about him a little later on. Earlier today, the Cardinals went for it on 4th and 2. Now it's 4th and 3, and they're going to try again.
And remember, Rosenbaugh was very successful pulling the Eagles off sides, but the guy he pulled off sides, the guy with the bad ankle, he's over on the sidelines.
Can't pick on him anymore.
No, sir. Again, it's a 4th and about 3 yards, so this should be a pass play.
8 minutes left in the half. 4th and 3. Philadelphia 35. He tried for a first down. That was Flagler out of the backfield, and the crowd loves the gambling approach by Phoenix. That was good for 10 yards.
Well, this is a mismatch. When you get Flagler against strong safety Andre Waters, Waters is not a very good cover guy. He's an excellent hitter, but there he is, number 20. Watch as he comes up, makes contact with Flagler, but Flagler just pulls away, and that's a perfect throw by the quarterback, a big 4th down conversion. Cardinals are 2 for 2 now on 4th down conversion.
Ball a first down at the 25 of the Eagles. That's in a big hole. Good running. And he's down to the 15, very close to first down yardage. By the way, along the sideline here in Sun Devil Stadium, it is very dangerous for these runners who go out of bounds. There's very little room down there. And sometimes we've had injuries because of it.
Looks like a guy by the name of Eric Dickerson here as he pulls through the middle. Both are about the same size and very difficult to bring down as 2 Eagles can push him out of bounds, but they can't get him down on the ground. And there's that fence you talked about, Jack, very close to the sidelines.
Now Johnson needs 75 yards to reach 1,000. Remember, he's a rookie. He gets a couple of more. He's down to the 13-yard line. Johnson out of San Jose State, 6'2", 216, number 7 draft pick. Needs 72 yards. He's rushed for 33 yards today.
Well, he's made the Pro Bowl. He's looking for that 1,000 yards. He's also in a battle with Emmitt Smith of the Cowboys for Rookie of the Year. But one thing's for sure, he will be going to the bank real soon. He should be in line for a new contract.
This is the 12th play of the drive coming up for Phoenix. Kept alive on a 4th down call. Pass play end zone and broken up. Trying to get it to Roy Green. Heavy coverage down there by the Eagles and Eric Allen. Was he late with that pass at all, Dan?
It appeared that the ball kind of hung in the air. I know one thing, Allen made an outstanding break on the ball, and he's upset he didn't pick it off.
Allen played here in this stadium while in college at Arizona State.
And he appreciates his defensive lineman. He treats his defensive lineman as a quarterback would treat his offensive lineman. He buys them dinner and donuts all the time.
3rd and 7 from the 12. Flagler in there again. And it is a touchdown. What a spectacular catch by Roy Green. Got both feet in apparently. 12 yards.
Well, Ben Smith had this play covered as well as a corner can cover a wide receiver. Rosenbaugh under heavy pressure throws the ball only place he can on the football field. Watch the beauty of this play. The toes are down. The ball is in his hands. That's a touchdown.
Oh, he just got the toe in bounds. Grover Clemmer is the replay official here.
Oh, and I can't believe they're going to replay this one.
Well, they're going to take another look.
What are they looking at? The ball is in his hands. Left foot down, right foot drags. Touchdown.
And for Roy Green, his 4th touchdown of the year.
Now we'll give him another look up in the replay booth. The perfect throw, the sure catch, and the toe dance.
After further review, the play stands as ruled. Touchdown.
Making it 13-6. Working on Roy Green's shoulder. John Omohundro is the trainer. There's Joe Bugle, the head coach. His folks back in Pittsburgh. And Al Del Greco trying the extra point. That was a 13-play drive. This extra point is good. 13-7 is our score. And the Cardinals, with really nothing to gain, are hanging tough. 13-7. It's a sunny day in Tempe, Sun Devil Stadium. These Cardinals are keeping the Eagles occupied. 13-7 the score, that last drive for the Cardinals. 13 plays, 74 yards, kept it for almost 6 minutes. Here's a kick by Del Greco. It's a line drive kick, and it goes into the end zone and will be down there by Thomas Sanders. You don't usually see a squid kick go that distance, do you?
That was the old knuckleball, Jack. That Bellamy, it appeared, had a chance on the ball, but he let it go, and wisely the Eagles didn't try to run it out.
Here comes Cunningham, 6 out of 8, 91 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and he is hit on his last 5. He's looking for some rushing yards to break Douglas' rushing record as a quarterback.
And he trails Warren Moon now by 4 touchdown passes. So he's going after a few guys today.
Tony. What a good run to the 40-yard line. And he ran behind Reggie Singletary over the right tackle spot.
Boy, a lot of power on the right side, Jack, behind Singletary. And Keith Byers again. Watch the blocking at the point of attack here. Byers can do it all. There's the pull by Tamburello, or Bruce Colley, number 69. And now Tony is into the secondary, covering up the ball. Another first down for the Philadelphia Eagles.
They split Byers out sometimes. They line him in the backfield. They use him as a tight end. That's what they did that time. Tony again. And they fill the hole that time, but a 3-yard gain nonetheless with 5:15 remaining in the half. Tim McDonald came up strongly for the tackle.
We talked about the distribution of the Eagle rushing attack. Cunningham will lead the Eagles now in rushing for the 4th year in a row. Unusual, but all those numbers add up to the leading rushing team in the NFL.
And his rushing yards today, well, they're even, aren't they? 62-61, 2nd and 7. Cunningham in the flat to Mr. Byers, and a first down to the 49 of Phoenix. Tim McDonald trying to cover the big guy. I've seen Cunningham play I guess 30 times, and I still can't get over the way he throws the ball.
Well, he throws it under all types of conditions. That time, Freddie Joe Nunn was breathing down his neck. Number 78 comes right in on the quarterback and drills him. Check out why Byers was getting up slow. Looks like he might have twisted an ankle or something there. But we talked about Cunningham and all the money he makes, Jack. Well, he might be worth it, having to take shots like that.
4 minutes left in the half. Here's a give to Tony and a strong Cardinal defense on that first down play to the 47.
Well, another Eagle is being worked on the sidelines. You've seen Alexander go down and Seth Joyner. And now the most versatile player on this Eagle team is on the sidelines as well with a little ding.
It was Jim Waller, the nose guard, who held forth on that last play. Barnett comes to the left. Cunningham has hit on 6 in a row. Williams to the right. No pressure. There's the pass and broken up at the last moment. A strong effort by Tim McDonald, who had it on his fingertips. Just took a little too long for that ball to get there as far as the Eagles are concerned.
Well, with Cunningham, you got to be alert no matter what position you play, where you play on the field. He can throw it from any angle. That's the fadeaway throw. And McDonald came real close. Nice deflection and almost made the grab himself as he laying parallel to the ground. He just can't pull it in.
Intended for Keith Jackson, and it's 3rd and 8. 6 defensive backs for Phoenix. He flips it, and it is incomplete. Intended for Calvin Williams, rushing up with Michael Zordich. And it's punting time for the Eagles, and they have their hands full this afternoon.
Well, Cunningham will put the ball up to his young receivers more than a lot of quarterbacks will. Mike Zordich, number 38, comes over and knocks this one away.
3
but
minutes
Cunningham
left
has
in
a
the half.
lot of confidence in those youngsters, and they have rewarded that confidence with some fantastic catches this year.
Here's the punt. He tried to push it, but it sails into the end zone. It'll come out to the Cardinal 20-yard line. 47-yard punt, but it comes out to the 20. 2:54 left in the half. Phoenix trails Philadelphia by 6.
Championship with a win.
Cardinals at their 20. Over the middle, J.T. Smith out to the 45. Big gain for Phoenix. 25 yards, and they're giving the Eagles all they can handle.
Well, the key is the offensive line. Those big bodies up front are giving the young quarterback time to throw. Watch, there's nobody near Rosenbaugh as he short sets, and then the sharp pattern by J.T. Smith on the outside, and Ben Smith is beat again.
And a strong tackle by Ben Smith. There goes David Alexander heading for the dressing room with a knee problem. Rosenbaugh goes for it all. Green can't get there. He was nudged a little bit going downfield by Ben Smith, who was covering for him. But a pass of that sort, Dan Fouts, even though incomplete, is a valuable play to use.
Well, they're working over the rookie right now. We saw that Roy beat him for a touchdown earlier. J.T. Smith just caught an in route on him. But Rosenbaugh has to learn to throw that ball with some more air underneath it. He threw it too flat, didn't give his receiver enough time to adjust to the ball after Green had got behind the cornerback Smith.
Rosenbaugh is 8 out of 14.
Rosenbaugh's pass incomplete.
He tried to get it to Johnny Johnson, who does have good hands and has caught 25 passes this year, but that makes it 3rd and 10. They got in his face a little bit.
Yeah, number 74 did, Mike Pitts. He'll take back right up the middle there, and then from the outside, Luis Sharp is driven right back into the quarterback. Rosenbaugh's lucky he didn't get hurt, but it's a real plus for the Eagles to have Pitts back in the lineup.
He was out with a bad knee, and they'll make good use of him. 3rd and 10. Blitz. They pick it up pretty well. The pass is incomplete. And they try to get that to Ricky Prohl, but the Cardinals will have to punt with 2:04 left in the half, and this will be their second punt.
Well, you have to hit these plays. When the team blitzes against you, you have to make them pay for it. Again, Rosenbaugh throws the ball a little bit too flat for his receiver. Nice effort by Prohl, though.
Here's a kick by Camarillo, and Harris took it on the 21, and a flag is down. And Harris is down. Let's check the flag.
Holding. Receiving team.
And that's an automatic first down. We have 1:52 left in the half, so we haven't had the timeout for the 2-minute warning. We don't know whether the holding was on the return. Yeah, I guess it was. So the Eagles still have the ball.
Holding. Number 46 on the receiving team. Post possession. 10-yard penalty. 2-minute notification.
Well, the Eagles have 1:52 to try to pad their lead. They're on top, 13-7. 16-yard touchdown pass to Fred Barnett. Second quarter, Calvin Williams, 27 yards, and the Cardinals scored on a 12-yard pass to Roy Green. Cardinals misfired on a 30-yard field goal, and the Eagles have missed an extra point. From the 12. Here he comes. There's a first down run by Cunningham. Out to the 25-yard line, 13 yards.
Well, this is where Cunningham is so dangerous, is in the 2-minute offense because of this ability to run the ball, and his receivers know it as well. That time he got a nice block from his buddy, Kenny Jackson, on the outside, allowed him to get that first down and get out of bounds, saving those timeouts.
He's closing in on Bobby Douglas, rushing record for a quarterback. Draw play. What a big hit was made there. A very big hit on Byers by Lorenzo Lynch. He let him know he was there, didn't he?
Well, and that's a mismatch. Byers has Lynch outweighed by almost 60 pounds.
The Cardinals have called a timeout. We have 1:35 remaining in the half, and the Cardinals didn't want the clock to run down. There's Kotite, right?
Richie Kotite, who has been rumored as being in line for the Cleveland Browns head coaching job. Talked to him about that today, and he's really not concerned with that situation. He would like the opportunity, of course, thinks it's a super situation for any coach as an assistant to go on to be that head coach. But right now he's got more things on his mind, Jack, trying to get a win so they can play at home next weekend.
Joe Bugle in the first year of a 4-year contract here with the Phoenix Cardinals. He has a lot of enthusiasm.
Well, he's got a lot of support. You know, his mom and dad are back there in Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, right?
Right.
They said they took him off scholarship a couple of years ago. They quit sending him that $10 bill in his birthday card.
Yeah, they said when he was 49, they stopped sending him money. Second and 9. Hit his man out to the 40. That's a first down. Oh, he's so good. 1:28 left in the half. Good for 14 yards. Fred Barnett with the catch.
He's really redefining the position of quarterback, Jack. He makes it look so easy. I played 15 years in the league, and I'm almost embarrassed at how hard it was for me to throw a simple pass like that when you look at a guy like Cunningham.
He's so relaxed. He stands upright. He looks around and then flips it out there. Nothing to it. Great reception by Jackson, the tight end. Keith Jackson takes it down to the 34 of the Cardinals with 1:16 left in the half.
Well, now you have to wonder about the Cardinals' use of a timeout earlier. Why would they call a timeout when the Eagles are driving?
And a comeback to Jackson, trying to get out of bounds. Can't do it, but he got to the 20 for a first down with 55. They've got plenty of time. 53 seconds left in the half, and the Eagles call a timeout.
The Eagles like Keith Jackson operating in the slot here against Tim McDonald one-on-one. Jackson has outstanding size and agility, although his teammates are going to give him the raspberries for this little move here as he heads down to the turf on his way out of bounds.
He was headed for out of bounds but couldn't get there.
Yeah, now he's on the water bottle on the sidelines. Going to the Pro Bowl for the third straight year.
And they do such a good job. Barnett, Williams, Jackson, Byers, Tony out of the backfield. They don't drop the ball.
Well, and the guy that's delivering the ball puts it in very catchable places. When I watch Randall Cunningham, it's almost like watching Michael Jordan operate for the Chicago Bulls.
First down at the 20. Wide open again to Byers. And he is out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds at the 9. And it's first and goal. David Braxton forced him out. He spreads it around, doesn't he? Is he ecumenical or not?
Well, whatever that means. The one thing I know, Jack, is that the Cardinals are getting absolutely no pressure on Cunningham. And it's difficult to get pressure on him because he moves around so well. If you blitz him, he's liable to beat you with the pass or with the run.
That's the 10th first down of this quarter for the Eagles. First and goal at the 9. They got to him that time. He got rid of the ball, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lonnie Young. And with 38 seconds left in the half, it looks like that brings about our halftime score. Great pressure by David Braxton, the linebacker, 54.
Well, that's the key. Watch the pressure from Braxton, 54 right up the middle. Nobody there to block him. McDonald on the blitz as well. He comes free, and then Lonnie Young just plays the middle of the field as a good safety should. Makes the diving grab for his second interception of the year. And that's a huge turnover for the Cardinals.
Because the Eagles were sure of at least 3. That keeps the score 13-7. It keeps the Cardinals very much in this one, and Young cherishes that football. His second interception of the season. And the Cardinals will probably just sit on it here. Yep. The Eagles have a timeout left, but they won't use it.
Boy, it appeared the Eagles were just marching right down the field, nothing stopping them, and finally they came after Cunningham with the blitz and got the interception.
The Bears played earlier today, lost to Kansas City. Greg Gumbel and Terry Bradshaw will tell you about that. I can tell you about other sports news of the day. They'll be with us here at halftime. And it looks like the second half of this one is going to be outstanding because it means so much to the Eagles.
Well, the one thing the Cardinals have not folded their tent. The Eagles did get up on top, but the beautiful touchdown pass from Rosenbaugh to Roy Green, and now the interception. Cardinals are in good shape.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, the Eagles 13, Phoenix 7. Philadelphia led 13-0 at one time. Just at times. He said they're going to score 80 points today, but they didn't in the first half, only 13.
They're a little bit shy of 80, but we still have a half to play. And if we keep getting quarterback play like we had in the first half, we may get that 80 points because they're doing an outstanding job. This 16-yarder by Cunningham to Fred Barnett started the scoring. And then the outstanding throw and catch right down the seam as Cunningham throws that fastball. Look at how that ball just stays on a line right to Calvin Williams in the end zone. That put him up 13-0, but the Cardinals answered with a score of their own. And this is just beautiful from the 33-year-old veteran, Roy Green, on a 12-yarder from Rosenbaugh. Big catch, and the feet are down, and it's a touchdown.
Let's see how the two teams stack up with regard to the halftime stats. 2 sacks for the Eagles, none for the Cardinals. And you see the total yards. The Eagles have the edge. And the Cardinals had a fumble earlier. And they evened up the turnover picture with an interception by Lonnie Young. And the Eagles will be receiving the second half kickoff. We mentioned it before. Randall Cunningham said that these Cardinals are likely to fade if they get behind, but they're giving the Eagles everything they want.
I think the big thing is that this is a young team that Joe Bugle has, and they are not that far away from being a contender. They need a few positions built up a little bit, but they have an outstanding offensive line. They have the ability to throw the ball, and a young quarterback that improves each week.
Here is the kick by Del Greco. And it is taken by Sanders. He's got some running room, folks, and he gets out to the 30-yard line. So Philadelphia starts at their own 30 with a 13-7 lead here at the start of the second half. Oh. There's Cunningham, who was pressured only a couple of times by the Cardinals in the first 30 minutes.
And he needs just 67 yards to break Bobby Douglas's rushing record. And you wonder if he'll make it. If the Eagles were to get out on top, you know for sure that Buddy would get him out of that ball game.
You mean if they salt it away, they'll probably take him out. So we might not see any record-breaking events here today. From the 30, with Tony in the backfield, Anthony Tony turns the corner. And he came out for 3 yards. Strong defensive work by Cedric Mack from the corner and Jay Taylor, and there is...
Take a look at what the Eagles have done today rushing. Remember, they came into the game as the #1 rushing team in the NFL, and you notice that Cunningham has only carried twice. One of those plays was a design quarterback draw. The other was an improvisational move.
And the Cardinals are terrible against the rush. They're 26th in the league. Good protection. Here he comes. Add him up. And he's to midfield. So he might get to Bobby Douglas after all. 18 yards that time before Mack made the tackle.
Well, the guy is so relaxed and so cool in the pocket. He even stops and stares down a defender here before he takes off. Watch as he step up into the pocket, look at what's around him, just pause briefly and get away from Sadler, get up the field for the first down.
Sadler overran the play. And now Cunningham needs 50 to catch Bobby Douglas. First down at the Cardinal 49. And a delay to Sanders. Well covered by Phoenix. Good strong tackling. Anthony Bell was there and had help from Eric Hill.
And you talk about Bobby Douglas, Jack. I played with him for a year in San Diego, and I remember we were playing the Raiders in Oakland, and we needed about 1.5 yards for the first down, and Tommy Prothro sent Douglas into the game to run a quarterback sneak. Douglas came up to the line of scrimmage, saw how far he had to go, called timeout, went back to the sidelines, told Prothro that's too far. He can't get it.
Douglas was the left-hander who performed for the Bears. 2nd and 10 here. It's going to cost somebody 5 yards.
And it cost the Eagles 5. They were all moving. Somebody forgot to tell Tamburello the count.
Ball start. Offense.
And with regard to Tamburello, he's playing the center spot. David Alexander's knee is being x-rayed. He was injured in the first half. That would be a big loss for the Eagles.
Well, especially when they only have 1 week off before the wild card game next week against the Redskins.
Well, that's only the 3rd penalty flag that's been thrown in this game. There's Buddy Ryan. We'll beat the Redskins no matter where we play them, he said.
Well, he was in quite a nasty mood after their long flight from Philly yesterday. A lot of fog here in Phoenix caused their plane to be late.
2nd and 15. Stay on the ground. And the play comes back to midfield with Sanders carrying. He picked up 5, and it's going to be 3rd down and 10. The tackler was Anthony Bell. How do you like this Cardinal team? You think they made some strides this year?
Well, the atmosphere around what they call Club Red there in Tempe, where they have the beautiful new facility, is so much more improved over last year. Joe Bugle has given this team a feeling that they can compete, and if they beat the Eagles today, this will be a perfect way to send them into their off-season.
The crowd is small in number, but listen to them. He got rid of it, incomplete. And the Eagles will have to punt. Harvey got in there. Dexter Manley got in there.
Well, Manley hasn't been in there this year either, Jack. He's pitching a no-hitter, no sacks and no tackles. Came close that time.
These Cardinals are playing inspired football. Here's the punt by Jeff Felix. And Sikahema is going to try it from the 6. And he's out to the 14-yard line. So Phoenix gets the ball for the first time in the second half. They start at their 14-yard line. A little tussle along the sideline. And a 44-yard punt, an 8-yard return.
Kenny Jackson a little outnumbered there on the Cardinals sideline. A lot of red shirts all around him.
The Eagles led at one time 13-0 on touchdown passes to Fred Barnett and Calvin Williams. We had a little drizzle earlier this morning. We have a bit more following. We will have no more sunshine, and the lights are on here at Tempe, Arizona. Cardinals back at their 14. Johnson hauled down for a loss by Reggie White. Another trip to Honolulu coming up for Reggie after the playoffs.
Well, and we're going to see why. He is the best defensive lineman in football against the run. Bruce Smith probably is a better pass rusher, but you see this. Reggie White just wades through people there and gets into the backfield, makes the tackle. You notice it said 285. That's his summer weight. Yeah. A lot of these players are getting ready for the winter.
Getting ready to hibernate. Second down and 14. J.T. Smith in motion. Rosenbaum wanted to run, and he's tackled for a loss of 3 by guess who?
Reggie White, 14th sack of the year.
You could almost tell that Rosenbaum had run on his mind.
Well, he looks for his receiver right away, and he doesn't find one open. Good coverage in the secondary, and White just throws Lance Smith to the side and gets on top of that quarterback.
It was a loss of 4, then a loss of 3, and it's 3rd and 17 from the 7. And he threw the ball incomplete. And a flag is down. Reggie White in the middle of that mix-up also. Joyner put the pressure on. Joyner left the field injured earlier. He's back in there. Here's a holding call against the Cardinals. That'll be declined. The incomplete pass will stand, and here comes a punt. And the Eagles should end up in great field position.
67, decline, 4th down.
Got Luis Sharp for the hold. And the Eagles are a team that thrives on big plays. And we saw in that series, very short series, that Reggie White provided 2 of the 3 big plays.
Camarillo punting to Harris. Harris from the 45. 40-yard line. Horse collar there on a strong tackle. But the Eagles are in a great starting spot after that 37-yard punt. And Lorenzo Lynch made a crunching tackle. The 40-yard line, Cunningham fires in motion. And a a big strong run for about 9 yards was made by Heath Sherman, who is in there, and tackled by Ken Harvey. Sherman can pile up some yards.
Well, and it's a 9-yard run on first down, and that's exactly what the Eagles are averaging on first down.
All day long.
9 yards a play.
To the Cardinal 30, 2nd and 1. First down. And the tackle made at the 26. Harvey tackling Sherman.
Now the Eagles will go to a hurry-up offense now, or at least a no-huddle offense, to keep the Cardinals from substituting their nickel package. The Eagles will go with a spread formation, Jackson out wide in the slot and Byers on the other slot.
There goes a flag, and Cunningham is sacked. Nailing him was Anthony Bell, but let's check the flag. That's the first time they've gotten to Cunningham today.
Illegal motion, offense, number 87, decline, 2nd down.
Well, here is Anthony Bell right here, and there's nobody to block him. But if there's a number 87 in motion, he's in motion on the bench because it was number 88, Keith Jackson. But that is the second or third sack of the year for Anthony Bell, and that might keep the Eagles from going to that hurry-up offense.
2nd down and 17. Catch him, can they? Cannot. He's out of bounds near the 10, at the 10. 1st and goal on a strong run by Cunningham. Cedric Mack forced him out, a 23-yard run.
Now we talked about Cunningham and his running ability, and again it's from the shotgun formation, and his receivers really help him down the field. All he needs is one block and he can go all the way. There's a nice little clip there that gives him about 10 extra yards. The referees let that one go.
He has rushed 4 times for 60 yards, needs 27 to break Bobby Douglas' quarterback rushing record. And it's 1st and goal at the 10. Byers caught it. Forward progress to the 5-yard line. Lonnie Young with the tackle.
Well, this is a rare play where you see Cunningham almost fall down as he's going back into the pocket. And this catch ties Keith Byers with Keith Jackson's all-time Eagle record at 81. Now, if that's not enough to get you to Hawaii, I don't know what is.
So Byers has caught 5 today, and it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Sherman to the 3.
Sherman carries. Tackle. Byers.
Well, you just wonder if the Cardinals have another big play left in them for the defense to turn the ball over, because the Eagles are just pounding at them. Remember, they started with excellent field position at the Cardinal 40-yard line on this drive.
Hairston and Young were the tacklers. And the line of scrimmage is the 2-yard line. This is the 7th play of the drive coming up. And a fade and a touchdown. 2nd of the day for Fred Barnett of 2 yards. 3rd touchdown throw by Cunningham.
Well, we talked about Cunningham's willingness to throw the ball up in the air to his receivers. Barnett's about 6'2", working against Cedric Mack. Perfect throw in the corner. Watch the extension, the grab with the hands. Easy touchdown for Philly. Cunningham is looking all the way, just one step back, and lets it rip. And you talk about confidence in your receivers. He's got it.
And the defender never saw the ball. Extra point try. That is good. The Eagles missed one earlier, but they lead now 20-7. And we have 7:12 left in the 3rd quarter. Eagles leading 20-7 will kick off to the Cardinals. Ruzek will boot it. Larry Centers is deep along with by Sikahema. Cardinals did nothing with the ball the last time they had it. 3 plays and out. This line drive kick, and Centers picks it off. Gets a block from Sikahema and is a little bit shy of the 25-yard line. That last touchdown.
Well, if you look at this formation here, there are no running backs in the backfield. Look at this area here. This is Byers. Outside of Byers is Tony, Jackson, and Williams. The only guy on the left side of the formation is Fred Barnett, and that's where Cunningham goes because he can guarantee single coverage on his wide receivers with that formation.
Cedric Mack had his back turned, never did see it.
He covered him as well as you can, but when you have a perfect throw and a perfect catch, that's what you get.
From the 25-yard line. The blitz is on, and the pass is thrown incomplete, and a sack is called as Jesse Small came around the corner and sacked Rosenbaugh for the 4th time today.
Well, that play was really ill-timed. Watch the confusion in the backfield. It takes a long time for Rosenbaugh to even get turned around, and by that time, Small is in the backfield making the in-the-grass sack.
And a loss makes it 2nd and 17. The Eagle defense is prevailing right now, and the Cardinals can't get off a dime. 5 defensive backs from Philadelphia. In the flat, incomplete. There goes a flag, and they're going to call that unnecessary roughness on Ricky Prohl.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Ben Smith for hitting him in the head. This ball was well overthrown, and yet Smith came up and tagged him.
Personal foul, number 26.
Ben Smith on the hit, drew the flag.
Well, this is why they call it unnecessary roughness. The ball is gone, and there's the headbutt right in the side of the helmet there. Ball well overthrown. Prohl relaxes, and that's why the penalty is called, because the receiver is vulnerable. He saw that the ball was going to be incomplete. He relaxes, and he takes that hit. He could have been injured.
And the penalty takes the ball to the Cardinal 32, and they needed some help. It came in the form of a flag. Eagles piling up total offense, and the little play to Johnny Johnson. Doesn't look like he's going to get the 1,000 yards. And that probably means that Emmitt Smith, if he has any sort of a day tomorrow, Dallas at Atlanta, that game on CBS, will end up with the rookie rushing title for the year.
Well, and I think that you're also looking at Rookie of the Year, and it is between Smith and Johnson. What Smith has in his favor is a whole bunch more rushing touchdowns, 2-1 over Johnny Johnson.
Those were the stats going in, so it looks like Smith will do it if he has any sort of a day. Here's a pass into flat and caught by the tight end, to whom they seldom throw it, Walter Reed. It's not enough for a first down, and it'll be 3rd down. Andre Waters covering.
Yeah, that's only 16 catches for Reeves. He is really more a blocking tight end. In fact, he goes out now in an obvious pass situation. But did you notice how Andre Waters came up and tackled him very low? Reeves weighs over 260 pounds. That's a smart play by the Eagles safety.
Here's 3rd and 3 for the Cardinals. Flagler in their lineup. In the flat, tough catch, first down, I think, by Prohl. I don't know if they move that sideline marker. Is that going to be a first down? It is. Jesse Small, the linebacker, was covering Prohl, and he is terrific on the pass routes and with the hands that he possesses.
Yeah, and it's unusual for a rookie, as we mentioned earlier, to deal in the inside on those option routes. But Bugle has given him the leeway, and he has produced for him.
First down from the 44 of the Cardinals. Out there again, a J.T. Smith. to the 49. And it'll be 2nd down and 3 with Ben Smith making that tackle.
Well, this is what the Cardinals needed. You know, you talked about the break they so desperately needed, and they got it by way of the penalty flag, the roughness on Smith. And now Rosenbaugh seems to get his rhythm. The offensive line's giving him some time, and this is how the Cardinals played last week against the Giants when Rosenbaugh threw for 380 yards or so.
Yeah, he came back. They had that comeback capability. No gain. Right in the middle of the field there. It is slippery. We had some rain this morning, some rain this afternoon. We had some snow here in Tempe a week ago. So it's been unseasonable here.
And they had a tarp on the field before the game, Jack, but it only was large enough to cover the middle of the field. They don't expect a whole lot of rain here. It looked like they taped together a couple of trash bags and spread it out on the grass.
Here's a critical play, 3rd and 4. The blitz is on. Pass is caught. Forward progress is good enough for a 1st down. To the 45, and Roy Green read the blitz and reacted.
Well, he knew he needed 4 yards to get the 1st down, and watch as he stops 5 yards down the field, makes the grab. That's his forward progress there. Allen comes up and makes the tackle, but not before the 1st down.
2:35 left in the 3rd quarter. 3 receptions for Roy Green and a touchdown today. Cardinals could make a game of it if they go in for a score here on this drive. There goes a flag, and it's going to be holding. Somebody grabbed Seth Joyner, and this will be a holding call against the Cardinals. And it might be Tootie Robbins.
And it might be Walter Reeves, the tight end. He was
Holding number 89.
You call it, or Walter Reeves, the tight end, and that slows down Joe Bugle.
Yeah, it's easy to tell because they're the ones that look back at the referee first. There's Robbins, but there's Reeves on the outside, as you called it, against Joyner, and he really pulled him around. This is the secondary. Ricky Prohl working on Izell Jenkins. And they could call that something, but it's way away from the play. And they're not going to call it.
It is 1st and 16. The ball skips out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. Very close to a 1st down after a 13-yard run.
Oh, and another Eagle hits the dirt. Jerome Brown, and this looks bad. Left knee appears to be favoring. Well, there was all this talk coming into today in the last couple weeks about all these quarterbacks getting injured. But, the Eagles are having quite a few of their own players other than quarterbacks getting hurt today.
Including David Alexander.
Seth Joyner had a sprained ankle. There's Brown chasing Rosenbaugh.
He threw at him, he missed him, and they are still tending to Jerome Brown. Tempe, Arizona, where the Eagles lead 20-7, and here's how that came about. Here are the scoring plays in the 1st quarter. 16 yards to Fred Barnett, the only score in the 1st quarter. 27 yards to Calvin Williams. 12 yards to Roy Green for the Cardinals, and in this quarter, a 2-yard pass to Barnett, his 2nd TD of the day. 2nd and 3, Cardinals. Johnson passed in there and ran into a stone wall, and no gain at all. Mike Pitts with a very strong stop.
The Eagles have stopped all the runs right up the middle against the Cardinals. They're working on Jerome Brown's right shoulder. It appeared he injured it as he dove for Rosenbaugh, and that's a lot of weight he's carrying around there. That's one of those winter weights, about 300 so pounds or so coming down on that shoulder.
Yeah, we talked to him last night. They had him listed at a particular weight. He said, oh, I weigh more than that in the wintertime. he's way over 300. There's the Eagles sideline, and there's Jim McMahon, number 9. We might see him before the day is over. Here's a toss on 3rd down, and it's Flagler running and driven back short of a first down. And the Cardinals, who have gambled twice on 4th down, will have to do it again.
Well, and they've made it both times, so you would expect Bugle to go for it again. What's he got to lose? Nothing.
Ball is at the Philadelphia 37, and it's 4th and 2. Strong tackle by Reggie White along with Joyner.
You see the time running down. The play clock is 1 second faster than the game clock, so they cannot let the clock run out in this 3rd quarter. They got to run one more play.
This is the 11th play of the drive coming. It was kept alive by a penalty against the Eagles. 4th and 2. And intercepted by the Eagles. Back the other way. Wes Hopkins gets his 5th of the year. It came right to him. What a terrible throw by Rosenbaum.
Well, this is where you're trying to make something happen as a quarterback, going to your secondary receiver. Rosenbaum's checking out that bad throw on the replay board here. But watch, he wants to throw it to somebody in the slot right there. Actually, it's Jones, and this is Smith down the sidelines. And he'll go back to the sidelines and say, well, almost as good as a punt, Coach.
He did that last week against the Giants, too.
Yeah, and he got it picked off as well.
One more play, and we'll be at the end of the 3rd quarter. The ball has gone over to the Eagles, who lead 20-7. And the quarterback is McMahon. Jim McMahon will quarterback the Eagles. And the running play to Sanders. And he comes out to the 25, and that marks the end of the 3rd quarter with the score. The Eagles 20, the Cardinals 7. Our coverage will continue after this message from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Jim McMahon at the controls from the 25. 2nd down call, and he hands it off to Thomas Sanders. And he got about a yard at the most. There's Randall Cunningham. What did he do today? 13 out of 19, 3 TD throws, 1 interception. He ran 4 times for 60 yards, and now he's giving the play calling signals. And he will not catch Bobby Douglas for the quarterback rushing record.
And you know, I just think I heard Bobby Douglas let out a cheer in the Chicago area. His record appears to be safe.
3rd down and 3. Man's going to pass. And a great catch helps him out by Sanders. That's an Eagle 1st down. Well, that was a tough angle for Sanders to pull that one in. 12 yards.
Yeah, a couple of the old Bears getting together there, McMahon and Sanders. That's McMahon's 2nd completion of the year. His first one also was to Sanders. As you said, Jack, that's an outstanding grab over the shoulder on the run. 1st down for Philly.
And Cedric Mack with the tackle after Eric Hill went flying by. We have 14 minutes left in this game. 20-7 Eagles. Sanders again out to the 40. You ought to see the padding that Jim McMahon is wearing around the midsection, along with that visor that he has in front of his face. Is he protected?
He's got a couple of rib pads there. I tell you, if you've ever broken a rib, you go into the locker room the next day and you find every bit of protection you can possibly get on. And it looks like McMahon's done a good job. You know, he gets to the game early to find those pads. Well, they're sticking out all over the place, aren't they?
I'm telling you. 2nd and 7. Toss to Sanders, a block by Vick. And a hurdle out to the 45, making it 3rd and 2. Ken Harvey, the tackler. Harvey, number 56, is one of the players around whom the Cardinals will be building their defense. He is a #1 draft pick, and he's an excellent player out of California.
Well, all their linebackers are the strength of this football team, and 3 of the 4 are #1 picks. Eric Hill, Anthony Bell, and Harvey. The 4th guy is Garth Jacks, and he's an 11th round pick, a free agent from the Cowboys.
Cambarello is the center in place of David Alexander, injured earlier. 3rd and 2. And the throw. He can still do it, can he? That's a 1st down toss to Fred Barnett. 21-yard pickup.
Well, McMahon got his uniform dirty for the first time this year. He's got Barnett on the corner route, single coverage. He gets drilled in one of those pads, but that's a perfect throw to Barnett. Here's that man, Ken Harvey, and watch as he comes in on the blitz, gets by Thomas Sanders, powers into the quarterback. But by that time, the ball is on its way. 1st down, Philadelphia.
At the Cardinal 34. Sanders the tailback. Vick is the wingback. Here comes Vick. And he gets very little, but they keep the clock going, and we're at 11:45 left in the game. The Eagles leading 20-7. Jim Waller made the tackle. The Eagles have been ahead throughout in this one.
McMahon was a wonderful acquisition for the Eagles this year. I talked to Buddy Ryan a couple weeks ago about what McMahon means to the team. Buddy likes players that create good atmosphere in the locker room, and McMahon does that. But he also felt that McMahon's presence has improved Randall Cunningham's game because there is a little bit of competition there. McMahon is a first-flight quarterback.
Keith Byers is in the backfield on 2nd and 8. Pass to Byers, and the timing wasn't there. He hadn't turned around. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Now that ruins McMahon's perfect season. He was 3 for 3 on the year, and the guy he was throwing it to is Keith Byers, who as a quarterback is 4 for 4 for 4. 4 attempts, 4 completions, and 4 touchdowns.
This telecast, presented by authority of the National Football League, intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of CBS, the Cardinals, and the National Football League is prohibited. 3rd and 8. Flags come raining down. The pass is thrown, caught. Tackle made at the 25, not enough for a 1st down. Calvin Williams took it down. Here's a scuffle breaking out upfield.
Boy, and you know if it's an Eagle offensive lineman involved in the scuffle, that it's going to be number 73, Ron Heller. That's Dexter Manley, number 92. We mentioned it earlier how he has, boy, and he just took his helmet right off his head.
They'll take it home and put it on the mantle. Dexter Manley gets into it with Ron Heller. Heller without the helmet is not so anxious to mix it up now.
Absolutely. I didn't know you could do that. Isn't that a face mask penalty? That's the only way you can rip it off his head. There's a little bit of blood above his left eye. Take a look at the pit here. Number 73 is Ron Heller working against number 92, Dexter Manley. Manley jumps offside, so Heller reaches out and holds him.
Got him by the face mask.
It's a smart play to protect his quarterback. Now Heller goes after him, and that's why that one got started.
And the officials sort it out here.
You notice the eye shield of Heller. 2 years ago, he got poked in the eye by Al Bubba Baker when Baker was playing for the Vikings, and Heller has permanent damage to his left eye. He has to put an ointment in that eye every day of his life for the rest of his life, just so that he has enough lubrication so he can blink. So he is very sensitive to those eyeballs, as well he should.
Referee Pat Haggerty is trying to get this thing settled with 11 minutes showing on the clock. They tell us that Heller is always chirping at the defensive people and getting things stirred up.
Trying to get them off their game. But now his arms are down at his side. His jaw may still be working, but he's got to have a sore neck. The referee's hat's on backwards, everything. If I was that ref, I'd throw a flag for the guy turning my hat around backwards.
Ball is at the 24 of Phoenix. With Jim McMahon, the quarterback. And a toss to Sanders. Harvey caught him from behind, but not until there was a good gain on the play.
Sanders is the fastest of the Eagle backs. In fact, he has the longest run by a running back for the Eagles this year when he went 39 yards against the Dolphins.
And we'll see where they marked this one. It is at the 18, a pickup of 6. Evening skies over Sun Devil Stadium here in Tempe, Arizona. 10.5 left in the game. Sanders in trouble this time, slips down and is tagged. And a loss on the play. Freddie Joe Nunn first there along with Lonnie Young. 10 minutes left. Let's have a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. 49ers, Giants, Chicago, Philadelphia, and Washington, they're all in it. With the 49ers having the home field advantage all the way and the Giants having a bye. So Chicago, Philadelphia, Washington, and either New Orleans or Dallas will be the teams in action next weekend in the NFC. Earlier today, Kansas City defeated the Bears 21-10. This is 3rd and 13. He overthrew the end line as he tried to get it downfield for Kenny Jackson, and it's 4th down. Ruzek comes on the field. 9:17 left.
Well, McMahon had an open receiver, but just not enough time to get it to him. Freddie Joe Nunn really lays into him there. That's 2 big plays in a row for Freddie Joe.
Here's a 44-yard field goal try by Roger Ruzek. His longest of the year is 53 yards. 44. Nice snap. Plenty of leg, and 3 more points for the Eagles to lead 23-7 with 9:11 remaining in the game. Kind of looks like the Eagles are going to be playing at home next weekend. Ham is through for the day. He'll be ready next weekend. He threw 3 touchdown passes, had 1 intercepted. Barnett has caught 2 for scores. And look at the yards the Eagles have piled up over Phoenix, and our score resulting is 23-7 with 9:11 remaining in the game.
Underneath that green tent is Jerome Brown, and he injured his shoulder chasing Tim Rosenbaum. Looks like he's going to get a free ride to the locker room.
Taxi. It is a long ride to the dressing room. He has a shoulder, and the Eagles certainly hope that he'll be back. The fact that they have Mike Pitts back will help along these lines.
Well, the ideal situation for the Eagles' defensive line is to have Brown, Pitts, and Golick alternating, keeping them all fresh so they can get that good pressure.
Ruzek will kick it off, and Sikahema and centers are the deep men. Cardinals have time for another dying gasp or 2. They kick deep into the end zone, and here comes Sikahema to the 20 and shy of the 25-yard line. Tomorrow on CBS, the NFL at 12:30 Eastern Time, and the plays of the year. And there are some spectacular plays put together in that package, and it's a doubleheader day on CBS. First games, Dallas and Atlanta, extremely important for the Cowboys. Giants at New England, 49ers at Minnesota in the second half of the doubleheader. Detroit at Seattle or Green Bay at Denver. The ball is at the Cardinal 24. This quarterback's taken every snap this year for Phoenix, Tim Rosenbaum. In in the flat, and Pro caught it. Broke one tackle. And he is beyond the 30. Gained about 9. Eric Allen bumped him out.
And we're inside 9 minutes of the fourth quarter, and this is the first possession for the Cardinals of the fourth quarter. So McMahon did a nice job, along with Thomas Sanders, of moving that ball down the field and putting their field goal kicker in range.
2nd and 1. The Eagles are very comfortable. They just don't want to give up the big one now. And a sack of Rosenbaugh by Joyner. Joyner came into the game with 5.5 sacks. That's the 5th time they have nailed the Cardinal quarterback.
And if you notice Joyner's foot, he's got tape on that sore ankle. He had to hop off the field. There it is on his right foot, but he gets right around Walter Reeves and hops on the quarterback's legs for the 5th sack of the day for the Eagles.
And the Eagles came in with a good total of sacks and have 5 more.
Well, but they're used to having more. They've got 45 on the year. Last year they had all the way up to 62.
3rd and 7. And Cole with a first down catch. Out to the 42. That kid's a good player, isn't he?
Well, he is, and he's young, and his quarterback is young, and they're in a situation now where they're just enjoying playing this last game. You get the feeling from a lot of the Cardinal players is that this season ended too soon for them. They did string 3 wins in a row. Then they had 2 losses, and they feel a lot better about their situation than they did last year.
Open is the tight end. Reeves turns upfield. He's a load at 265 pounds. Gets another first down to the 45. But as we said, after that tackle by Hopkins, the Eagles don't want to give up the big one. They lead 23-7.
And their nature is not to play the soft zone. That time they came after the quarterback and left the tight end in the flat without any coverage at all. So if Rosenbaugh can read the coverage well enough, he might move the team right down and get a quick score here.
7:20 left in the game. Rosenbaugh has 15 out of 25 with 1 intercepted and 1 touchdown pass. He airs it out and incomplete. Trying to get this one to Roy Green, hoping he could run under it, but it faded out of bounds with 7:06 left. Coverage by Ben Smith. They sure work these corners of the Eagles over, don't they?
Well, again, the Eagles came with an all-out blitz trying to sack the quarterback, and that puts so much pressure on the corners, Smith and Allen. But those guys, I tell you what, they're impressive.
7:06 left in the season for these Cardinals. 5-10 record. They played tough today, though. Flag is thrown. The pass is caught out of the backfield by Johnson, and it looks like another holding call as Rosenbaugh kicks at the mud. Byron Evans made the tackle.
Hands to the face. Offense. Number 90.
Hands to the face.
I think he's got it backwards. Number 90 is Mike Golick, and I think they're going to call it against Golick and against the Eagles.
Well, let's toss a coin here and see who gets it.
Do I get to keep the coin?
Yeah. Who is it against? What do you think, Pat?
First down, Pat.
Yeah. Ill use of the hands. Defense.
Yeah, they lay it on the Eagles, and that'll be a first down. First down at the 40 of Philadelphia. After the penalty. Now they start the clock again. 6:55 remaining in the game, and the umpire keeps track of the penalty. Umpire's name is Wagner. Cardinals scored 7 points in the second quarter, blanked in the third, and in the first. Out to the tight end. And a loss on that play as Reeves is tackled by Joyner. Then he struggled forward, and he did get some yards.
Now Joyner was more interested in tackling the football instead of trying to bring down that big guy. He didn't get the football or the big guy.
Eagles on their way to their 10th win of the year and a home date against the Redskins either Saturday or Sunday next weekend. The ball rolling. Throwing long to Prohl, and in the end zone it is a touchdown. Prohl took it away from the defender and gets the score. That's his 4th of the year, a 38-yard touchdown pass. How'd he get that one, Dan?
Well, Ben Smith had it all the way. It bounced off his hands, and Prohl just stayed with it, picked it right off the top of his helmet for the touchdown. Smith could not believe it. He thought he had an interception all the way. Watch Smith come from the top of the screen to make this play. The ball will bounce right through his hands, right off his shoulder, and Prohl just picks it for the touchdown.
Roy Green caught the earlier one. They're going to take another look to see if the ball hit the deck. But it kind of looked like Prohl had it cradled very well.
Yeah, and Ben Smith just cannot believe that he didn't first get the interception. Number 2, that it was an incomplete. Number 3, that Ricky Prohl had the score.
He likes it. A little scissors kick. Here's the extra point try by Del Greco, who hasn't missed all year. Tupa holding the ball. 23-14 the score, so the Eagles are going to have to work here in the final 6 minutes of this game. 5:56 remaining. The Eagles ahead throughout, have the lead 23-14 over the Cardinals. There's another flag on the extra point. And a timeout here with 5:56 left at Sun Devil Stadium. To 14, the Eagles lead with 5:56 remaining. The Cardinals will kick off from the... I thought there was a penalty on the extra point. Apparently not. The kick will come from the 35, and everybody expects an onside kick. As the Cardinals trail by 9.
And the Cardinals had an onside kick that was successful for them last week against the Giants. But the guy that recovered it was Ricky Prohl, and he's on the sidelines.
The kick is high, deep, and Sherman takes the ball on the 24-yard line. Sanders took the ball at the 24 as Del Greco kicked it a little too far.
There's Ricky Prohl. You knew there wasn't going to be an onside kick because his good hands were on the sideline. With 6 receptions, that gives him 55 on the year. He will lead the team as a rookie in receptions.
Line of scrimmage for the Eagles with Jim McMahon at the controls is the 24. Cardinals would like to go for the ball and get the ball. McMahon has Sanders and Vick in the backfield with him. Vick comes to the 27-yard line.
Well, the Cardinals have got to start thinking about using their timeouts. They have 3 remaining in the ball game, and this would be a good time to use them. It would kill any momentum chances at all for the Eagles if they could use those timeouts and keep stuffing them on the ground.
And keep the Eagles from getting the first downs which they desire at this time. There's Joe Bugle, the head coach of the Cardinals. 2nd and 7. 5:15 left.
And McMahon's going to milk every second off that play clock.
Starts Bellamy in motion. And Sanders has stood up and tackled. That was a very strong tackle by Jim Waller, the nose guard. 3rd and long coming up.
Well, I think it's a real mistake not to use your timeouts in this situation. You've just gone down and scored. You have momentum. But now McMahon can take 45 seconds off the clock each play. That's a lot of valuable seconds.
And the Cardinals need 2 scores. They trail by 9. I'll throw in with you now, Dan. They should have been using the timeouts and hoping that they could keep the Eagles from getting the first down. Now on 3rd and 6, out of the shotgun. blitz is on. They pick it up. The pass is caught for a first down, and a tough catch in possession by the tight end, Mickey Schuler, the longtime Jet player.
Oh, and a big smile on the face of Mickey Schuler. This is the catch of the day right here. This one will salt it away for the Eagles. Tight coverage by McDonald. Perfect throw by McMahon. And Schuler has the first down. Good protection. There's the throw. First down, Philadelphia.
You're right, Dan Fouts. The Cardinals should have been using those timeouts now.
Well, because it puts pressure on the offense. And there was no pressure on the quarterback when he could work the clock as he did.
From the 39. Sanders again. Big with a block. And a couple of yards. Eric Hill made the tackle. And now we have timeout called by the Cardinals with 3:18 left in the game. But the Eagles are comfortable, leading 23-14. Standing in the last stages of sunlight here in Tempe, Arizona, he and his teammates are headed for the playoffs. They'll play the Redskins in Philadelphia in all probability. If they win this game, they will. Either Saturday or Sunday of next weekend.
They're going to be trying to become the first team to lose their first 2 games of the year and go on to the Super Bowl.
They're a pretty good quality team. Keith Sherman lines up in the backfield with Thomas Sanders, and now McMahon calls a timeout with 3:18 remaining. Some of these folks don't stick around for the timeout. Be a good chance to visit. Playoff picture in the NFC. If Dallas can win at Atlanta tomorrow, they'll be a wild card team. Or they will be a wild card team if New Orleans loses Monday night at home against the Rams. The Eagles will play the Redskins with a victory here next weekend. And the 49ers and the Giants will not be playing next weekend. And what a big lift that is.
And you got to think that the 49ers are still the favorite to go on to the Super Bowl, although this ball club here has the individual talent to beat the 49ers in Candlestick Park.
Yeah, you hear a lot of people saying that. If the 49ers are going to be knocked off, it might very well be the Eagles who do it.
If you remember back to when Minnesota beat the 49ers in the playoffs with that great game by Anthony Carter, you get that same type of feeling watching the Eagles, that players like Cunningham can do the same.
2nd and 7 here. McMahon to throw. He's 4 out of 6. And he throws outside and misses deep. He tried to get it downfield to another of the speedsters, Mike Bellamy, the rookie out of Illinois. They've got some people who can fly on that outside. It's 3rd and 7. McMahon, by the way, at the controls today, has converted on 3rd down 4 out of 5 times. So he still knows how to do the thing.
And he's anxious to play again. It's been a long time for him, not accustomed to the backup role. But again, that was a real smart pickup by Buddy Ryan.
You don't think he's comfortable backing up?
No, I don't know anybody that is. Maybe Zeke Bradkowski.
3rd down and 7. The blitz is on. Quick pass and a good tackle prevents the first down. Mickey Schuler caught it. And it is 4th down. And we have 3 minutes remaining. Tackle by Michael Zordich of the Cardinals. Here's another timeout by Phoenix. Stops the clock with 2:58 left in the game.
Really poor clock management by the Cardinals. That play was over a long time ago, and they let a lot of valuable seconds roll off the clock.
There's the punter for Philadelphia, Jeff Fiegels. And he will be punting the ball to Sikahema after this timeout. The Eagles were leading 13-7 at the half.
And you know, the Fiegels has had 2 punts blocked this year, and that's got to be on the minds of the Cardinals now. They have to go after this punt.
They don't line up with a full front. In fact, they're covering the wideouts. You would think they'd come after the ball. A 4-man rush, so they're going to let Fiegels punt it away. And Sikahema gathers it in at the 18-yard line. and he's out to the 25. 2:48 left in the game. A 37-yard punt, a 7-yard return. Flags fly. The tackle by Dick Shapura. He's made quite a few downfield tackles today for the Eagles.
Well, they're going to get Lorenzo Lynch. He might get tossed out of this ball game. He threw a right hand at one of the Eagles, and as soon as he did, about 3 yellow flags went flying.
You know, when you take a swing at somebody in this league, even if you miss them, they'll throw the penalty on you and can throw you out of the game.
And if you hit him, you're likely to break a finger.
Number 29, Cardinals. 15, Philadelphia. Out of the game.
So 2 are thrown out of the game.
There's Lynch. He'll plant that right foot and take a shot at Kenny Jackson. And then the wrestling match, but there's really no soft spot to hit a guy. They got all those pads and the iron face mask.
Kick him in the shins. Hit him in Labanza. That's about it. We have 2:48 remaining in the game, and the Cardinals trail by 9 points. Lynch on the bench. He's out. His season is over. Disqualified, as they call it. Throws the ball long down the middle. And the fellow about whom we were talking, Ricky Prohl, hauls that one in. They still have time if they can score in a hurry. 33-yard pickup that time over the coverage of Terry Hogue to the Philadelphia 42.
Maybe we're talking about the wrong rookie as being Rookie of the Year. Prohl's making a good argument for himself today.
And though he was rushed, he got rid of it. And the pass incomplete. Wes Hopkins was right on top of Rosenbaugh when he got rid of that one, and Del Greco stays loose on the sideline. 2:18 left.
Well, to get Del Greco in range, he does not have a real strong leg. His longest kick of the year is only 50 yards, and that came in the first game against the Eagles. But the Cardinals may be thinking touchdown first here in this situation.
2nd and 10. Green to the left, Smith to the right. The blitz is on again. Rosenbaugh slips on that wet field, and he loses 3 yards. And we have 2:12 left. After the sack of the quarterback, they stopped the clock. Now they start it again. That's the 6th sack of Rosenbaugh. This one by Reggie White. And he's had 3 today, giving him 16 for the year. Now the whistle and the 2-minute warning, so they didn't get the playoff. With 2 minutes left, the Eagles lead it by 9, 23-14. 23-14, they've been ahead throughout. And unless the Cardinals do something extremely dramatic in the last 2 minutes, the Eagles will play at home against the Redskins next Saturday or Sunday. 3rd down and 13. That pass is caught and may result in a touchdown for Green. He's into the end zone. J.T. Smith caught the ball and got the score. Well, the Eagles might not be playing at all. 45 yards in the score.
Well, single coverage on the outside again. It's J.T. Smith working against Ben Smith. Top of the screen here. Rosenbaugh hangs in the pocket against the blitz, but the move at the end with the reverse pivot by Smith leaves Smith behind, and he has enough speed at 35 years old to get in the end zone and give the Cardinals a shot at it.
That's J.T. Smith scoring against Ben Smith. 23-20 the score. Del Greco knocks it through as Tupa got the ball down. And it's only a 2-point lead for the Eagles with 1:51 remaining in the game. Now the Cardinals will try to get a hold of the ball again on the onside kick.
J.T. Smith had a heck of a game as a fill-in for Jones. Ernie Jones, 4 catches for 95 yards. Heads up move right here. The strength to pull away and enough speed to get in for the touchdown.
Ben Smith was closing on him rapidly, wasn't he?
Well, you have a tendency to do that when it's your man.
Look at these Cardinals. Their season will be over here in 1 minute and 51 seconds. They're trying hard to pull off an upset here, trying to beat the Eagles for the second time this season.
Well, and it's a 2-point lead, and remember back to the first half when the Cardinals had a bad snap on a 30-yard field goal that Del Greco never got off.
And then the Eagles missed on an extra point try, otherwise they'd be ahead by 3 instead of the 2. So they're going to have to do something with the ball. The Cardinals have only 1 timeout remaining.
And if you look at the personnel that the Cardinals have on the field right now, you'll see number 87 there, Ricky Prohl. He recovered an onside kick last week against the Giants, and he's on the field with the rest of the sure hands guys.
Touchdown catch by Smith was good for 45 yards, and it changed this one around. And the Eagles desperately need to get a hold of the ball. It's loose, it's out of bounds, and a flag goes, so it's out of bounds. It was touched by Tim McDonald. He came close to picking it off. And the officials will sort this out with 1:51 remaining in the game.
Well, that's the way they design it, though, is for the last guy on the end of the line to get his hands on the ball. The ball bounces up in the air. McDonald had a shot at it, but couldn't come down with it. Cardinals will get a shot at re-kicking it again.
Want to re-kick it. I remember a game, Cleveland and Houston. And they went back and forth on these onside kicks.
Watch the ball get all the way through to McDonald.
Ooh. He had it, didn't he?
Fred Barnett tipped the ball to him with his right hand, and it just flicked it away from McDonald. If he picks that up on the fly, he'll score.
He goes right down the sideline. That hurt, didn't it, Coach?
Oh, that face said 1,000 words, didn't it?
Now a further discussion.
Well, they'll kick this one from the 30-yard line. They'll go back 5 yards and kick it again.
Buddy Ryan sweating out the final 1:51 of this game. Be a 5-yard penalty. But it still only has to travel 10 yards to be legally recovered by Phoenix.
The ideal situation is to have it bounce off of one of the receivers into your kickoff coverage guys. That's what happened last week against the Giants as the ball bounced off Gary Reasons.
Oh, do we know how close the Cardinals came to scoring a touchdown on that last kick?
Inches.
He'd have gone right down the sideline. There was nobody there. Here we go again. And the ball is recovered by the Eagles. Coming away with it was Frizzell, William Frizzell, and the Eagles have the ball with 1:50 left. And another scuffle.
Johnny Jackson, number 80 of the Cardinals, and Harper LaBelle, number 87. And now, another flag.
Wes Hopkins is in the middle of all that. He drew the last flag. As the officials try to maintain order for the final 1:50 of this encounter.
That's an excellent recovery by William Frizzell. Got down, closed the gate, made the grab.
Pat Haggerty getting the reports from all of the precincts. Hugo wanted the ball, but didn't get it. The Cardinals have only one timeout remaining.
Philadelphia, dead ball foul. Number 48, disqualified.
That's Wes Hopkins. He's been kicked out of the game, so he's the third player to be ejected from this engagement. Meanwhile, the ball belongs to the Eagles at their 42.
That'll cost Hopkins a few dollars, but he'll make it back in the playoff money. Cardinals can only stop the clock one more time, so the Eagles and Jim McMahon should be able to run the timeout.
That's correct. There's no mishandling of the ball. It is Jim McMahon, the quarterback. Anthony Tony in the backfield with him. Tony is a sure-handed player. Cardinals trying to tackle the ball, but the play comes out to the 45. And Phoenix expends their final timeout of the day. Eric Hill made the tackle. No more timeouts for Phoenix. Look at the names of some of the people who have helped along the way. It's been a long, long season starting in September, and here we are coming up on the new year.
And you know, Jack, I'd like to wish you a happy new year and thank you for coming on board the last 2 weeks.
Let's say hello to Pat Summerall too, and he's out of the hospital, resting at home and recovering from that bleeding ulcer which felled him, and we hope that he's back on his feet and doing well very quickly.
See that picture of Johnny Unitas when I was a rookie? I broke in with a Hall of Famer, Johnny U, and fortunate enough to sit up here next to you today, another Hall of Famer.
Well,
Lucky guy.
Thank you, sir. It's been fun. That's Dan Fouts alongside. And another snap of the ball with Tony in the backfield. And he's out near midfield. He's 2 yards away from a first down, and now the Cardinals cannot stop the clock. Ken Harvey made the tackle, coordinating producers of NFL, the senior producer, and executive producer Ted Shaker. Curtain coming down on the regular season. There's Randall Cunningham, and there's Joe Bugle. He got a lot done with these Cardinals. They defeated Philadelphia by the score of 23-21. Now they're trailing 23-21 in this one.
And that was Bugle's first win, but this is the one that counts for Buddy Ryan.
Eagles would like to get a first down here. 3rd and 2 with Tony. And he gets it. Well, that takes care of that, folks. And our final score will be 23-21, and the Eagles do get the home game. And they'll play the Redskins on the AstroTurf at the Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. Eric Hill with another tackle. What did you think of the Eagles' performance today?
Well, it started out a little shaky, but when you got a quarterback like Cunningham, and the record that the Eagles have against Washington, the last couple of times, though, I keep remembering that game on Monday night.
They overwhelmed them, didn't
well, they killed some quarterbacks, too. They knocked out Rippon and Humphreys, or actually Rutledge and Humphreys, and the Redskins ended up with a running back playing quarterback. So that's got to be in the back of the Redskins' mind.
I told Buddy Ryan, if you win this game, I could have dinner at Bookbinders next weekend. He said, make your reservation.
Book those reservations at Bookbinders, huh, Jack?
So we'll see the Texans. 23-21, the final here. Congratulations to the Eagles. The Eagles 10-6 on the year. The Cardinals end up